Assalamu alaikum, it's Anna here, and I'm going to do the ethnicity tag. Inshallah. Okay, bismillah. Ethnicity tag question. Sorry, I look at my computer. What is your ethnicity? I am African American. Yes, actually African American. Both of my parents are American, my grandparents are American, my great-grandparents are American, black, I'm American. Most of us came over here on the slave trade, of course, hundreds of years ago. Probably we've been here longer than most white Americans. A lot of their families came much later at Ellis Island, but we've been here a long time. Some did come over free, but on my paternal great-grandmother's side, and my other grandmother, my maternal grandmother, says that we're part Indian. I don't really believe that, but that's a whole nother video. Indian as in Native American Indians, not East Indian. When was the last time you visited your country? I live in my country. I live in America. So, and the thing about being African American is you don't know where you're from. They have these DNA tests now to let you know what DNA you share with what part of Africa, probably West Africa, but that's it. I am part Ethiopian, as you can probably see from my face, but I really have a hard time finding out what it was because it's my mother's paternal grandfather, a great-grandfather of mine, great-great-grandfather, but I don't have his information, so I was looking on Ancestry.com, but the problem is, too, that in the 1800s, a lot of African Americans who were educated or into black studies or anything called themselves Ethiopian as a way to say African or black, so it's hard to find records on it because with slavery, there's not a lot of records about things anyway, so I haven't been able to get that far back. I don't know his name. I don't know what Ethiopian might have been doing here at that time in the South. My mother is from Louisiana and Alabama, and my father is from Chicago, and his family's from Arkansas and Georgia before that. So we're like most black people. They migrated north during the Great Migration for jobs and work, and so. And I don't know what country in Africa aside from Ethiopia, but I don't know what tribe, and I don't know his name, and I love Ethiopian food and music and things, but I don't really have any direct familial connection to it like that. Name one ethnic food you enjoy the most. I'm also from Louisiana. I love gumbo very much. That's a soup. It's got sausage and crab and shrimp and okra and tomatoes in it. I am allergic to shellfish, so but I can eat it if it's cooked in there. I just don't eat the actual crab, but I love gumbo. I love macaroni and cheese, red beans and rice, soul food. What else? Sweet potatoes and sweet potato pie, peach cobbler, all of those kind of things for the desserts. Name one household item that best represents your culture. This is why I didn't do this tag for a while, because I was like, what do we have cultural in the house? I don't know. Plus, we're moving, I haven't really decorated this apartment, so I would guess some books. So we like to read things. A lot of African Americans have books about Africa or something. So this is Chinua Achebe, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Things Fall Apart. And I love this book because when I read it, I realized that I used to be I am pretty Afrocentric, but I realized I didn't know much about village life, in the past in Africa, in West Africa. And that book really gives you kind of a glimpse as to what it was like, which was interesting to me because it sounds very much like Native American, life in the past when you read about that. So, it's beautiful. I just love that book. Sad, beautiful. Anyway, I'm rereading it right now. What part of your country are you from? Oh, I already answered that. I was born in Chicago. I grew up in Tacoma, Washington, Northwest, Pacific Northwest. I went to college and undergrad in Florida. I went to grad school in Chicago. And now I live in Florida again. And so all over. Midwest, Northwest, East. I haven't lived in the Southwest or the Northeast yet, but maybe we will. Can you speak the language of your ethnicity? I'm speaking it right now. I guess I could say Ebonics, but that's not really a language. That's just a way of speaking, slang or whatever. So, that's it. That's my ethnicity tag. It's interesting. I was thinking about the whole Africa thing and not knowing where we're from and not knowing our language. It's really sad, actually, what the slave trade did. But sometimes I feel like a stepchild of Africa. I feel connected to it, but as some big homogenous thing, and Africa is so many different places and things and cultures and languages, so it's really kind of, it's weird. It's like, hi, please accept us. But fine, if some Africans accept us, some don't. And I think that a lot of people, when they move to America, they're told to beware of African Americans, that we're, really terrible and violent and horrible. And if you look at the things that get sent out, like the media puts out about us in the movies and our image and shows, it would really have you thinking these people are a mess, right? But that's not really true. So it doesn't really matter whether or not Africans accept us or not. We are African. We are. We're very mixed. We don't know where we're from. We don't know our language. We had to keep whatever parts of our culture we could when we came to the New World, but and we had to create a culture around the things that we could do here, and that, alhamdulillah, is great, really, because all over the world people imitate our culture. No matter how bad people think we are. No matter how bad people think we are, they still imitate our culture and want to be like us. So, that's it. I know, nobody ever believes me. I am African American. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.